Ahsoka, you watched that trailer.
I did. And while I don't know much about Star Wars, I was a Star Trek kid growing up. I grew up in a Star Trek household. So my knowledge of Star Wars is very limited. However, I did grow up on the Clone Wars cartoon, and Ashoka was my first cartoon crush, or one of them anyway. I love her. And despite me not knowing, like I said, much about Star Wars, I'm watching the show.
Okay,
Point blank
good.
period.
If you're gonna
I'm
watch,
watching it.
see, look, the fact that you say you're gonna watch this show and you said you like the Clone Wars, all leads me to say you should not watch the show if you don't watch Rebels first,
Got you. Okay.
because it's picking up from a lot of stories that are from Rebels and a lot of characters from Rebels. This is essentially like a season 5 of Rebels in a lot of ways.
Hmm.
So it's bringing a lot of stuff from Rebels into the show. Essentially, if Mandalorian is a western, Ahsoka is going to be a samurai film, and
Oh, nice.
so Mary Elizabeth Winstead will be playing a live action Hera. Hera is a character from Rebels. Um, Natasha Liu Bordizzo is playing Sabine Wren, another character from Rebels, and 100% Zeb is coming back as Steve Bloom because, like I mentioned before, he showed up in The Mandalorian, and
Mhm.
they didn't make this giant CGI alien just that looked amazing just for him to only show up in as a cameo in one episode of Mandalorian. He's going to be in the show,
Right.
especially if all the other members of his crew are also in the show. um, but yeah, Rosario Dawson says that it will follow her character looking for someone, and because I want you to watch Rebels, I'm not going to say what that's hinting at. So
Okay.
you'll just have to watch the show to find out. If you know, you know.
Uh,
Like I said, we'll go into more detail with Amir because Amir has watched all the Rebels.
okay.
I haven't watched all the Rebels, but I know all that happens, and I'll finish it probably by the time me and Amir have that discussion. Uh, what do we have after that? We have that was the Age of the New Republic. Okay, then we have Rise of the First Order, which is not necessarily. It's. I'm trying to think of what if we have any pieces of media that have already covered that. I would say that what happens between whatever is happening at the end of this era with Mandalorian and Ahsoka. So that would take place between like wherever this era, the New Republic era, ends, and towards like the end of the sequel trilogy. And it seems like Ahsoka show might be leading into that because it's a lot of what's happening in the Mandalorian right now is essentially leading into how the First Order, which is essentially a new version of the Empire, essentially comes back into power, which is what happens in the sequel trilogy, and don't fully take over the universe, but they start their process of. So, I'm mentioning like the end of the what's happening at the end of the with the Mandalorian Ahsoka. Dave
Mhm.
Filoni, the creator and like director of the Clone Wars, and one of the creators of Mandalorian, is directing a live action Star Wars film,
Oh, wow.
and it will be set between episodes 7 and 8, and it will be culminating, um, events for for plot threads in the Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and other Disney Plus shows within that time frame. And the movie will draw upon legends and expanded universe material and tell the story of an epic battle. They say the extended universe story it's clearly pulling from the most is Heir to the Empire.
Mhm.
And a summary for Heir to the Empire from Star Wars Wiki is that 5 years after the Death Star was destroyed and Darth Vader and the Empire were defeated, the galaxy is struggling to heal the wound from the wounds of the war. Princess Leia and Han Solo are married and expecting twins, and Luke Skywalker has become the first in a long-awaited line of new Jedi Knights. But thousands of light years away, the last of the Emperor's warlords, the brilliant and deadly Grand Admiral Thrawn has taken command of the shattered Imperial fleet, readied it for war and pointed at the fragile heart of the New Republic. For his dark warrior has made two vital discoveries that could destroy everything the courageous men and women of the Rebel Alliance have fought so hard to create. So Grand Admiral Thrawn is a character that shows up in Rebels, and it's seemingly going to
Mhm.
be the main villain of the Ahsoka series. So yeah, that's what they'll be pulling on from for that. But like I said before, whatever happens after that and up towards the end of the sequel movies would be the rise of the First Order, and then